Hi everyone, my name is Peter. Welcome to my YouTube tutorial. In this section, I'm going to be discussing the anti-seizure drugs. In today's topic, we're going to look at a drug called Levetiracetam, also known as Keppra. So we shall look at its mechanism of action, the pharmacokinetics, and some of the side effects seen with this drug, and any other information that I will throw at you as far as Keppra is concerned. So let us straightly jump into the mechanism of action of this drug. So with the previous anti-seizure drugs that I've been discussing, we've been always talking about how they inhibit sodium channels, calcium channels, enhancing GABA activity or inhibiting the glutamate receptors. But with Keppra, it has a different kind of mechanism of action. So we see that Keppra binds to what we call the synaptic vesicles 2A, and this helps in leads in the regulation of calcium mediated transmission. So in knockout animals who don't have this protein, the synaptic vesicle protein, what happens that whenever there is an action potential from the presynaptic neuron, it leads to the building up of calcium in this presynaptic neuron. So when you have too much action potentials occurring in a given amount of time, the calcium channels are going to increase in concentration in this presynaptic neuron, and this is going to lead to a disruption in the synaptic circuit. So this too much calcium will burst and will burst with the vesicles, hence releasing the neurotransmitter and activating the postsynaptic neuron as it is seen in seizure activity. So what Keppra does is that it binds to these synaptic vesicle proteins that are so essential in binding with calcium. So when it binds to that, it regulates how much of the neurotransmitter is let out. So through that, it helps in stopping of the repetitive firing seen in epilepsy. So therefore, that's the mechanism of action of this drug. And if we go to its pharmacokinetics, so if you begin with the absorption, this drug has a very good oral absorption. Actually, approximately 90% of oral absorption, this drug is absorbed into the blood. And its distribution, this drug it has a low protein binding capacity. So it has a very low protein binding capacity. When it comes to its metabolism, it's easily metabolized because if this is the structure. So what it does, we have enzymes that do hydrolyze this structure and remove off this amine group and replace it with an OH, which makes this a carboxylic acid, which is very easy to be removed from the body. So therefore, this makes Keppra is not metabolized by what we call the P450 enzymes. So if it's not metabolized by the P450 enzyme, so we shall have minimal drug interactions with this drug. And elimination, like I said, the metabolite is water soluble, so it's very easy to be eliminated. So no, we don't have so much complicated pharmacokinetics of this drug as far as it is concerned. So when we drop down to the side effects of this drug, which are not that so much. So we have ataxia, like it's very common in most of the anti-seizure drugs that we've been discussing. Then we have dizziness, behavior abnormalities. This is very common if the patient has ever had a history of psychosis. And anxiety, nausea, and then vomiting. So basically, that's it I had for as far as Keppra is concerned. Thank you very much. Catch you next time as we discuss more anti-seizure drugs. Bye for now.